So these cucumbers have been giving us a lot of cucumbers during December, but they're done now. So we pull them up, and then we will be getting this bed ready for garlic. It is October, and that is the right time to plant garlic. So we need, after we have pulled out the cucumbers, I saw that we needed to put some compost down and some more dirt, since that bed has sunken down quite a bit. It's the first year that we have had this bed. So we added some compost, and we also added some dirt to make the bed to the amount that I wanted it to be. The reason this bed has sunken down so much is because we put twigs on the bottom when we fill up this bed, and that has started to compost at the bottom. So then that's why we need to add more dirt. It's also a good idea to always add compost when we plant fresh things. And in our case, we had a pile of dirt on one side of the garden where we could gather some of the dirt and fill up the bed. And the kids were all taking turns with their little shovels, and we were all filling up the bed to get it ready for the garlic to be planted. As you can see, our soil here is very sandy, and that's just another reason that we need to add more compost yet, because it's so very sandy and it dries out pretty fast, and there's not a lot of nutrients in our soil here. That's just another benefit of making our own compost, that we don't have to buy all the compost. Since we're using a lot to make a good soil, we need a lot of compost. So now that we have enough dirt in our bed, we're starting to level it out a bit. So we did level it out quite a bit, and I decided that this wasn't enough compost. So we did add, I think, 2 more buckets of compost. I just wanted a rich soil for this garlic to grow in. Since it's going to be staying in the ground for quite a long time, it'll take a lot of nutrients out of the ground. So now that we had added more compost, the bed was actually more the level that I like the soil to be. More to the top, it's like maybe 2 inches. And then I decided it was a good idea to maybe stir the compost in very good. So I did the whole bed. I stirred it in very nice, and so it wouldn't be compacted or anything. And then lastly, I used a rake to make it nice and smooth again with all this compost that we have in there. I just wanted it to look nice. That's another plus of gardening, when you see this beautiful soil. And then out of nowhere, a mouse was right in front of me. I was trying to get it, but I wasn't able to. It got away from me. So now we were ready to make the grooves to plant the garlic in. I made them, I think, about 2 to 3 inches deep. And this bed was the size that I could make 3 rows of to plant 3 rows of garlic, as you can see in the bed here. And we are all ready to put the garlic in. So I had gotten garlic from the grocery store. I just bought an organic garlic, and Greta was pulling them apart, and then we started planting them. I did put the pointy side up and the rooty side down. We did plant them, I think, about 2 to 3 inches apart. We filled up all the 3 rows of garlic, and of course, when it comes to putting stuff in the ground, everybody is ready to help. And I think everybody is as excited as I am when it comes to putting stuff in the ground. It's just a beautiful thing to see things growing. After we were done with putting in all the garlic, we covered it up, and that we were ready now to see how it'll grow. We did put some straw over since we could get some colder days. I'm not sure if it's completely necessary, but I've seen other people doing it, so we were putting some straw on top of the ground to just keep in the moisture and maybe protect it from some hard freezes that we could possibly get. And then we were watering it down pretty good. We gave it a good sprinkle, make sure all the straw and the soil underneath the straw, everything was nice and moist so that it wouldn't dry out right away. So we decided that we were going to put some shade cloth over the bed just to protect it from the wind that we could possibly get in the near future. We did fasten the shade cloth with binder clips, and it's nice and tight. That way the straw is not going to be blowing out of the bed, and we wouldn't have to worry about putting straw back in later on. And that is all there's to it. Now just the wait. We'll see if we can get a good harvest in June or July and next summer. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.